Allow us to reintroduce ourselves. We are the mob. M to the O-B. I already know how we do it, man. Every Wednesday. Every Wednesday. Y'all let me know if y'all have any problems. Y'all hearing me? I know the squad gonna let me know what's up. Before I get into something, I need to know we have any audio issues, did some tests. Want to make sure everything was right. Y'all let me know. Are we clear? Chat mob, holler at me. I know I got a little delay on my mic, on my end. I'm gonna get hit some of this water. And we gonna start the class. You know, this ain't no YouTube, bro. It's a learning experience, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a learning experience, bro. Yeah. I know we see what the topic is. It's Ja Morant. But trust me, I'm not gonna say what y'all think I'm gonna say about Ja. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? All right, all right. Let's get it, man. Bet. Squad biz. ENT. Oh yeah. Okay. See the squad in there. Squad at you. All right, so we only got an hour to do. Kick things off. Y'all know people come in a little later than usual. I appreciate everybody in here that's in here with me. Let's get it started though. Before I get into the main topic at hand, I want to talk about. I got to update everybody on things we've already talked about. Right. So we always talk about solutions, to the issues that we have in the community. Now, and how much control the people have, the power is always in the people, right? So, anybody coming in, like the video, subscribe to the page. You know the routine. Y'all ain't new to this YouTube thing. All right, so I always say the power's in the people. This is even more, it's been displayed even more recently with what just happened. A guy had his car stolen from him. I don't know how old the people were. I'm assuming young people trying to steal his car. They shot at him first. He returned fire. I don't know if y'all keeping up with this or not. But anyway, he returned fire, and he was arrested for defending himself while they were stealing his car on his property. But see, I'll get into what I said, what I'm saying, what I mean, what we could do here, and the power that we have if we have a community. But first, we have to get the communication right. And I went to school for mass communications and recording industry. So what YouTube and broadcast, what we're doing on social media is broadcasting what we're talking about right now, mass communications. This is mass communications. I'm talking to the masses. Anyway, letting you know the power that you have if we exercise what we do. All right, let's get to the video. I want to bring up what happened in Memphis. With everybody doesn't watch the news. Everybody doesn't know what happened. I know what y'all talk about. We talk about NBA players and what they do on their social media. We're gonna get to that. I don't want to jump the gun. Stay here. We're gonna stay here. Let's get into it though.
A homeowner told deputies he was awakened to the sound of would-be thieves breaking into one of his vehicles. It's alleged they opened fire when he confronted them, but it's the homeowner who was arrested. Victor Luna Rodriguez was charged with reckless endangerment. He has since been released from custody. He was not at home when WREG's Jarita Patterson stopped by earlier today, but several neighbors say he should not have been taken into custody as he was protecting his life and his livelihood.
It is an area with perfectly manicured lawns just off East Holmes Road.
It's normally quiet. Nothing really goes on.
Minutes after midnight Saturday, the picturesque area along Blue Lake Lane went from calm to chaotic.
Yeah.
Neighbors off camera, including the woman whose voice you hear but whose face we are not showing, say there is fear still looming overhead after several gunmen got away. In a surprising twist, the person whisked away to jail was the man living here. Victor Luna Rodriguez was arrested and charged. The 40-year-old says 2 people, possibly juveniles, broke into his Jeep.
Everybody works hard for their stuff. You know, if you want something, you should work for your own.
Luna Rodriguez says the would-be thieves started shooting when he confronted them. You can see where bullets struck the home. Luna Rodriguez returned fire, but the 2 got away. Another neighbor says Luna Rodriguez was simply defending his property and those he loves most, his wife and 3 children. One of the neighbors we spoke with telling us the moment Mr. Luna Rodriguez was released from jail, he was right back to work. You see, his business is selling cars. In fact, that vehicle, which was sitting right here in the driveway, was one of those vehicles up for sale. It is believed to have been hit by at least 1 bullet. Therefore, damages must be repaired in order to keep his business afloat. Some of the more than 24 shots fired went through the bedroom walls of a neighbor's house. As for Luna Rodriguez, he was let go from jail without having to post bail. But some neighbors cannot let go of how and why their community became the center of chaos. In Shelby County, Jarita Patterson, WREG, News Channel 3.
A few twists and turns to that story. Victor Luna Rodriguez was released on his own recognizance. He is due back in court next month.
All right. I got the call-in lines open. Everybody just came in, hit the like. We need to get more people. You know, we got to get in the algorithm. We got to get in the mix. So y'all just come in, hit the like. So that is my example of what I'm saying. He defended himself at his home, but you would assume that someone on your property stealing your items, taken from you, you're able to protect yourself and your family, right? Put myself in the same situation. I'm assuming the men that I talk to who are protectors of their family or whatnot, they would have responded the exact same way, not thinking that you'd be going to jail for reckless endangerment. What sense does this make? But that's what I'm saying. Until we unite and say something, look, I know it's not the civil rights movement, but you have rights. And then I know what people say, hey, it's just not believable. Hey, I talk to people of all ages from all walks of life, and they really don't believe in the power of politics. And I'm not knocking you but I think you gotta first try. And that's why leadership by example. Lead by example, because there are things that we know. I'll show you guys, because I always go back to Detroit, New Era Detroit. All right. In this, what I'm about to share with y'all, I know I'm going I got to go straight into the video because we got to get to the main show topic. I know we were going to talk about Mr. Morant, but I want to say this. They're using their rights as people in Detroit without any funding from outside sources. So I get back to the story. All right, they're in this store. Someone has an altercation inside of a corner store, just like the corner stores we go to in Memphis. They locked the store. They locked the doors because of an altercation. Now, we know we've been through that. When you go inside of these stores, they're behind the bulletproof glass, and they hit the power lock, right? And lock everyone inside of the store. They had an altercation with somebody. The dude got mad because he couldn't leave out of the store, ended up shooting and killing everybody. So there was a big issue with the community. Now, New Era Detroit showed up at the city council hall. That's what I'm showing you. This is what we're going to do with the mob. We're just getting started is what I'm saying. But I love these examples because you can say I'm trying to copy off them, but there's really no critique in that because I'm copying the right thing. I ain't trying to be like some of the role models we choose in our community. Anyway, let's get to this because these brothers are doing more than just talking. Shout out to Zeke and New Era Detroit. Like I said, we're reaching out. We're trying to link this because Detroit is a higher percentage of Black people than we have in Memphis. And they have the same exact issues that we have. So I go back. Let's go to the footage. The phone lines are open. Everybody come in, hit the like when you come in. Check out this video. We'll catch y'all up in a second, but check this out.
Reason that we down here, because I just wanted to be clear and be on record when it comes to the issue of businesses being able to lock patrons in their place of business That could have been anybody, anybody's family member who's going to a gas station and a liquor store. And this is something that's been going on since I was little. So this is not something that's new. You know, they got this switch and they sit comfortably behind these glasses. And, you know, that man wasn't in danger at all. But those people, when you see the video, you see them asking and pleading for the guy to open the door. And ultimately, that guy had a play in causing the lives of those people. So, you know, I'm hoping somewhere down the line in prosecution that can be taken care of. But look, I'm just coming down here just because I want to put it on the record. And I want to talk to any business owner that's listening in the city of Detroit. If we find out that y'all locking people in these businesses, y'all gonna have a lot more than just the city of Detroit to answer to. So I'm just gonna put that out here so that we all clear and on record. Just making sure that, and then also businesses with, you know, that's not licensed or whatever the case may be. I know how the city of Detroit be on black businesses. We need to keep that same energy with all the rest of these businesses. That's my piece.
Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Right. So, prime example of the brother using his rights and uniting. He was actually showed up at City Hall with something to say. You see what I'm saying? That same issue is one of the issues we face. We acting like we're not aware of it until someone gets killed. But that's what I'm talking about. How this also goes back to check out my other video about how immigrants come here and make money off the black community. I have no problem. Everyone's here to live a better life, but how they view and treat us and how that money doesn't circulate in the hood. Y'all check the video out. Doesn't circulate in our community. Totally different. There is a big difference in that. So he, like I said, he exercised. He's right. So what is the difference in that? That's going to save somebody's life. They got people killed in there because he was more concerned about somebody stealing than he was the safety of the people. You see what I'm saying? But see, this is what I'm talking about. At this point, we need Justin Pearson to speak about this instead of gun control. I mean, hey, Second Amendment is the Second Amendment. You have a right to bear arms. We don't have a problem with that. People come in, hit the like, y'all. We need that love. We need that love. Get more people in here. The more y'all hit the like, the more people come in, the better the podcast, the live stream is. So it show that love. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Your focus, you people don't exercise what they can do. The power is always in the people. It is always with the people. Meanwhile, Ninth District Representative Steve Cohen. Now, this isn't just recent, but I try to follow what's going on in the community. Sanchez. Drop one of them tracks on me. So yeah, I want to show y'all something about this. For my people, I know we got people that's on the YouTube now that aren't just Memphis right now. Yeah, we got another type of following going on, but people love Memphis. But look, point being, Congressman Cohen, who's running for re-election, they got Cohen, keep Cohen going. Cohen's been going for like 30 plus years. $76 million to revitalize matter. Y'all know you don't care though. I'm just saying, do you care? Do you care? Meanwhile, Ja Morant is flashing a pistol on Instagram. How dare he? How dare he? Bro, this is what I'm saying. This is going on in your own community. I don't see how you could care. You couldn't care. $76 million on public transportation. Right? That's not an issue that we bring up, that we care about. I just wanted to bring it up before we get into all this talk about the Ja Morant situation, because like I said, there's something in that, because that's, to me, the things I've been seeing, real sellout type piece. You know what I'm saying? A lot of tap dancing going on. A lot of people saying what we want them to say. Let's get to it. Let me go ahead and get this down, because I know nobody cares about these. $76 million of your money, though. Tax dollars. And that's what I talk about in our community. Everybody here, right. Right. That's what I'm saying. If you don't care, bro, like this is what I'm saying. We saw what they did in Detroit. They got the city hall council there. You can say something about this. I talk to people active in the community. They don't care about matter being reinstated with 10 million, $76 million. But we can't get a grocery store. Right. We gonna get to I know everybody ready to get to the job. Let's get this right. Let's get the overlay right. All right. Remember that still though. Don't forget Steve Cohen spent $76 million of your money on the Matter Bus. And I ain't seen what can you do to the Matter Bus that cost $76 million? Somebody tell me that before we get on Ja's. I know y'all want to get on Ja's ass. We know that. That's what we do. But $76 million. Which is a bigger issue. All right, so did Ja Morant's actions deserve this much backlash? Is the question of the main topic at hand. My approach to this is, why do we care? Why do we allow the media to drive our attention to what we pay attention to and how we view things? Right? Right? Jay Exclusive said he said Steve Cohen's trying to spend the $76 million to put 22-inch wheels on all the Matter buses. Yeah, hey, tell me something, Cohen. Holla at your boy. But yeah, the criticisms of Ja, we face much bigger issues in our community than that. It's like as soon as this hits YouTube and people start to see the news, it's like, I have not seen one person, one major figure from our community. Y'all let me know. One figure from our community defend Ja. I'm not even defend Ja. I just remain neutral. Give him something because of who he is and what we face on a day in, day out basis. Right? I see you, RP. Well, yeah. This is what I'm saying. Not one person. So I love the fact that I do my show on Wednesday because I get to see, I get to watch feedback. I get to see what people are saying. To me, bro, it's just the hype train right now. You can't. A lot of these folks who y'all see on TV, they can't support Ja. Right. I see you. Good point. I gotta put that up. I see you, my boy. He said it was earlier there, but I'm letting the chat see everybody because I don't think they can see these transcripts on the streams when they watch after. Right. It's the rule. See, to me, it's the equivalent of if I did something at my job that violated the rules of my employment, okay, I get suspended from work. It shouldn't be an outcry from my entire community. Like he didn't harm anybody. People coming into the stream, hit the like button. Phone lines open. If y'all got something to say about Josh said today now, because I'm gonna say a lot. But yeah, everybody's talking about, oh, he had a gun. He's this. I'm talking about as soon as these people, these corporations getting in, critiquing these players, we get right behind it. Do we see ourselves in these young players? And not young players, and anybody that looks like us from our community. Because if you do, the criticism wouldn't be the same. You wouldn't feel the same. I'm not saying that you can have to agree with what Ja did. I'm saying, do you have to go on social media and express how much you dislike what he did to everybody? You see, I got something. I always give y'all something. I know we talking about this Ja Morant situation, but the old days, they always talked about the power of the tongue. right? The power of the tongue is vicious. The tongue can do more damage than anything, than any weapon, right? But in today's media and in today's society, it's the power of the type. The power of the type. Because there's this thing called the algorithm, and what you type and what you say about someone drives an algorithm to know a narrative, right? And they feed into this narrative. Trust me, I understand it because we do this. We do this at the mob. We do this. We study algorithms. We know how to put things out. If we wanted to, we could make our video that could go viral. We know what y'all like to watch, but we have a bigger mission here. But the power of the type, still words. So I don't think we're conscious of what we're doing when we go to social media and express such things, right? You're driving a narrative. Trust me, yo. Trust me this. When these people in power are at that dinner table having a discussion about society, we come up. The community comes up. They talk about things like this. Ja Morant was the talk of the town. So let me get to this. He released a statement too, because I gotta keep y'all up to date in case anybody didn't know. Here's a statement. I put it back while we talking about it. And this to me is like, hey boy. And I'm gonna play y'all what the commissioner said too. It's like it's the same narrative from everybody. Hey, you're a role model. You can't do this. Just tearing the brother down. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, power of the type. Our people don't understand that if you all were behind them, maybe you could change things, or just don't say anything at all. You know, my mama told me, you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say it. You ain't got nothing good to type about black people, and you black, don't even type it at all. How about that? Because to me, that's what everybody else does. Why not? I'm not knocking you for talking in your community among yourselves about these issues. That's not mean, it's a public matter. But to go and drive against the negative, drive and play into the negative algorithm, it just doesn't make sense to me. Right? So at this point, they don't even know the severity of how they're gonna punish him. So they're watching the reaction of people. Everybody coming in the chat, hit the like button. I don't know if y'all watching on Facebook or YouTube. Either way, though, show their love. The numbers going up. Phone lines wide open. Hit the like, people. Hit the like. We got more people than likes. It really doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. It's one click. But yeah, Ja Morant, I want to know why. And I don't even know if everybody in here is black. I don't even hold him. I'm just talking about my community, right? And especially in Memphis, why not get behind the young brother? Like, not even, like I said, you don't have to support what he did to support him, to not put these negative things out, to just push it, because you push a narrative. How many young brothers look just like Ja Morant? How many? So I'm saying, so we gotta be conscious of what we're saying. The power of the tongue is the power of the type. The power of the type, right? I want to get into this. Let me get this down on screen. But yeah, let's get into the statement. I want to show what the commissioner did to Ja Morant. The commissioner recently said something, which I'm just like, well, right. Here we go. This is the Commissioner Silver, what he said about Ja Morant. This is a bigger picture here. Hit that like, y'all. Phone lines open. Here we go.
Let's start here, because this is the second time in about 2 months that Ja Morant, the star of the Memphis Grizzlies, has been seen on social media brandishing a firearm. And before he was reinstated after his suspension last time, he flew to New York. He sat down. He met with you. What did you say to him about how much more severe it would be if he did this again?
Well, We talked directly about the consequences first before we got to a subsequent potential to have done something wrong. We were very focused on the misconduct that was in front of us at the time. And frankly, most of our conversation was about how incredibly serious the first incident was of waving, a firearm on social media. And again, and the consequences there, an 8-game suspension was pretty serious and something that he, at least to me, seemed to take incredibly seriously in that time. And we spoke for a long time about not just the consequences that could have on his career, but the safety issues around it. Could have injured, maimed, killed himself, someone else with an act like that. And also the acknowledgement that, as you said, he's a star. I mean, he has an incredibly huge following. Yeah. And that my concern, and I thought he shared with me, that millions, if not tens of millions of kids globally would see him as having done something that was celebrating in a way. That act of using a firearm in that fashion. And so I at least was left with the sense that he was taking this incredibly seriously. So honestly, I was shocked when I saw this weekend that video. Now, we're in the process of investigating it, and we'll figure out exactly what happened to the best we can then. It's the video's a bit grainy and all that, but I'm assuming the worst, but we'll figure out, exactly what happened.
Trust me, they know about the video. They're just trying to see, right? They're trying to see the reaction of the people. It's a PR scheme. Trust me. They know it's all being determined how the people react to it. Now, the algorithm is going to also show these people if he's going to be allowed to keep his sponsorship. I'm telling you, it's not. They don't care about what he did. They care about what you're saying. Trust me. If it's a narrative, if you continue to drive. Now, I understand that flashing I hear what you're saying, Pascal. That the flash in your area didn't flash and it was a negative. That's why I put that on the screen. I'm in full support of that. I understand that. It's not what what I represent. But there are things that I could say to Ja. But I think I'm a Memphian. I'm here. I got a platform. I would want to talk to Ja myself as somebody from my community. I think I can get in touch with Ja better than somebody at CNN because I'm from the community, because of what I know. So I would critique like all these players and stuff. Instead of reaching out to them and trying to talk to them or say something to them, I wouldn't go on NBA TV and talk about like how bad it was, the severity of what he did, and how they should suspend him for half a season. Like, what are you doing? How is that helping? How is it? I cannot figure out how that helps. I know they can. They say I don't want to talk about that because that's what I'm saying. That's why I could never work for these corporations. I don't care how big the check is, but I'm not selling out like that. You can't tell me what I can and can't talk about. You can't tell me. And like I said, I'm not, this doesn't mean support him, but this doesn't mean that we're gonna vilify the man. You know what I'm saying? It's just I'm not with it. Demonizing people, like, come on, man. Not from my culture. And that's not, if y'all think I'm in support of what he did, you gotta go check out some more of my videos. Another thing that I saw on the video, on something I watched online, was the Crip dude that came talking about, if you keep throwing up that, we're gonna have to come see you about it. I'm saying he wasn't saying he was gonna come see him like that, but we want to get payments. What are you doing for the community if you're gonna be throwing up Crip? I'm like, that's more us always doing. If you wanted that, bro, why not try to reach out to him on your own? I thought it went down in the DM. I thought it went down in the DM. Let me put that up, man. Yeah, we always do. We doing the work for them. They don't have to critique him like that. They don't have to. We doing the dirty work. The lines ain't. Oh, hold on. My bad. I thought the lines were open. If they aren't, they should be, brother. Okay, my bad. I called back. You just gotta call. Let me 1 second. Call back right there though. If you try to call in, bro, we gotta make sure everything. Like maybe the interface went out for a second. Yeah, the line's open. I want to hear from y'all. Might try to call back. Yeah. Call back because we definitely want some feedback on this, man. My bad. I see we got it. Okay. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Hold on 1 second. 1 second, Keith. I don't know what's going on. I got you. Let me try to. There we go. Yo, you are live on the mob. What's good?
What it do?
What's good? Turn the TV down for me, fam. Turn the TV. Take a look.
Man, this Mike, man. So I just wanted to offer some insight, man.
Ricochet.
Speaking on influence, right?
Yeah, my boy. What's up?
All right, so just in terms of black influence, man. So let's compare it to like Lil Nas X.
Mm-hmm.
If we talking to kids and the impact on kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
When Lil Nas X dropped the Old Country Roads, it was just a song, a pop song, right?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have no narrative, no gay agenda, no any of that attached. And then, we allow our kids to embrace it. They want to turn up to it, become a kids box song, a hit, anything like that. We allow it. But when he turns it into wearing nipple tassels and satanic practices, right? Then we have a little bit more insertion of our personal practices as to what we allow our kids to be influenced by. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So speaking within influence on Ja, if we allow our kids to see the stardom attached to the popularity that's attached to a basketball superstar, in which that's the nature of their knowing him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then now, let's say in that same house, we metering the NBA young boys that they're listening to. Let's say we're metering the music that they digest or the imagery that they accept. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We can only do that to a certain point. But let's take it still from the standpoint of influence being Ja Morant is a basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's also add in now we're brandishing guns and videos. So even though it's not illegal for him to do so, what's the imagery and what we saying and what are we comfortable with our kids being accessible to? Although some of their be their choices for how they like a person or what they like in some, but we got to meter how much they like that if they're getting more than the image that we accept. You know what I'm saying?
Right. This is what I'm saying. So what you really saying is like, why is it a problem now? I think you're saying why this, because other issues don't have as much of an outcry as this that are much more severe, right?
Well, for now, but what do we put in terms of expectation on the influence of our black influencers, our black power plays, our black people who have influence and power and money and all of these other things that, platforms that everybody just don't have.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I wonder what the focus is. Why is it that the media has to have critique of these people and then we come behind it? It's just like they're controlling our mind, controlling the narrative. Because do you think to ask you this, do you think the community would have the same issue without, let's say, no media says anything about what happened, right? Do you think people would still, and there was no punishment behind it, right? Will you think there would still be the same outcry?
No. I actually think that if this was Devin Booker, it wouldn't be the same issue.
Why you say that? Tell me that. Explain that.
Well, I mean globally. I think that with this being the second incident attributed to God, it's just more, he said it was attached to the story.
You kind of getting this, you got a little distorted on that. Well, say it one more time. You said Devin Booker. If it was Devin Booker, you're saying there's already a narrative attached to Ja, right? So okay. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. So we fed into it, right?
Yeah,
we fed.
Well, I still say at the same time he make it easy for us, right?
Yeah, that's what I agree.
So,
That's what,
to
right.
not play into a narrative is to also not be the narrative.
Right. Right. I got you on that. That's what I'm saying. True. So there's a lot to learn from this. I think we can. I'll get to that. I see you, Jamal. I'll get to that. But I think we can. It's something to learn from. I'm not saying give Ja a pass. Anyway, holler at me, Ricochet. I ain't gonna hold the line up too long. I appreciate that, bro. I might need you to call back in and say some more. I know some more people are trying to call in.
I just want to support it all for that nugget. Okay,
My,
take your time, bro.
For sure. Appreciate it, bro. All right, so yeah, I saw in the chat mob. Let me get that call. Y'all see Cash Out Holiday 901. Price told me to show that. Yeah, the phone line's back open. No, I'm not saying give pass to black people. I'm not saying that. Don't give them. You can do it. I'm saying it's your community. Unless you don't feel a part of it, I think you can discuss these issues among yourselves. Right? Because I'm telling you, we are the entertainment of America. You drive a narrative. When they're having tea time, they talking about your ass. So why y'all saying that? It only makes things tougher for you. I'm not in support of anybody doing something stupid. I'm not. But I'm also not in support of exploiting someone that I see myself in. What I'm trying to get y'all to do is see yourself in these people because they see you as them. You don't get what I'm saying. Is that? And I'm not saying give somebody a pass. And we're not here for that. But you can check it within your community. I'm not saying don't use their ways of checking people. You know what I'm saying? All these people, especially these people with these platforms, that they can reach out for them, but they're not going to do that. They're going to drive towards the algorithm and keep traffic in their page because they know Ja's a hot topic. And also critiquing Ja's a hot topic. This isn't about just defending, holding somebody up and they're wrong. Don't think that. I think don't y'all think he got enough of that, though? That's what the whole topic is. I didn't say he didn't deserve backlash at all. I said, did he deserve this much? That's what the topic is. Seems a bit extreme for someone to not harm somebody. That's all I'm saying. To be on every news outlet, I don't know. Right. Is this what I'm saying? This what it goes back to my quote. Role models are chosen. Leaders are born. Right? What I'm saying, bro. So when we see these people as a role model in your community, most people are gonna say, all right, call in. Y'all hear that intro beat, y'all know this that mod. You are live on the mob.
Yeah, I missed a large portion of the show today, so I'm gonna go back and catch the replay. So I apologize if I keep communicating somebody that's already sick.
Okay.
First thing I want to say is take that shit off y'all mouth. Don't do
Don't do that. Don't do that. It's a sports topic, but we ain't doing it like that right now. Leave them Lakers alone.
The next thing I want to say is I do agree with, he's getting. Does that deserve some backlash? Absolutely. Because at this point, you just being dumb. I don't care if you're 23 or 43. Like, this really just happened the first time in March.
Mm-hmm.
It's May. It's been 8 weeks.
Right.
But the amount of backlash he's getting, and what I don't like is that majority of it is coming from us. Like, we don't know people like this. Like, we don't have little cousins or we don't have little brothers. And we've seen that, or us ourselves, right, have made the same mistake over and over and over again until finally you get it.
Right.
And just get a voice of room to grow. Like, yes, suspend them. I got all that. No laws were broken. Like you said, nobody was harmed. And I don't know if you saw First Take this morning.
No, I didn't see it.
But JJ Redick told me something.
What did I'm telling you this. I saw JJ. I saw that JJ Redick said something. It's like, why is it always JJ, the one Caucasian player up there? There's always JJ saying something because he did that. He got on Stephen A about something before. It's like, why does he have? Say that again. I'm sorry.
I said that's the coach paying him. That's that dude coming out.
All right. Okay.
But what he said was, he was like, you know, we got the governor down in Texas, Governor Abbott, who was encouraging people to go buy more guns. Right here in Tennessee, he had a congressman to send out a Christmas card with AR-15 for him, his wife, and his small children also holding AR-15, just to have that the shooting in Nashville was in his district. But y'all are coming down so hard on y'all. Like, he got mad. You know, JJ don't have to raise his voice. He raised his voice today. I want you to go back and check out the I was really impressed. And like, okay, JJ, you come to the Memorial Day party.
JJ getting the plate. You got a couple ribs for you, JJ.
Yeah, he didn't play to y'all.
Yeah, I can. Wait. You don't agree with the backlash. You think it's a bit extreme, right?
I think it's a bit extreme coming from our people, our club. Because now they on TV and tweet now like they don't understand. Like they've never been 23. Like, you know, like they weren't overnight millionaires. Like they may not have suffered from survivor's remorse. Like that's a lot.
I would say this though. I will say this. You know me and celebrities. I don't acknowledge. I don't care nothing about no celebrity. So I think the power is in the people because I think the people drive them to say stuff. They're only saying what they think they want us to hear them say. You see what I'm saying? I think that's what they want us to hear. They don't want to hear support. They don't want to hear, hey man, I'm supporting them. I'm not critiquing my own. I know I ain't saying it's just about black, but it's like there is a narrative. If they see the bigger picture, then you wouldn't drive the narrative, is all I'm saying. There has to be a way without critiquing this and pushing this negative image on us and just keeping it at him violent as an NBA player and not having this everywhere. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. They're putting it everywhere for a reason. That's just my opinion.
Right. And then we go to the NFL. I mean, not to bring up old stuff, but Ben Roethlisberger was actually accused of a couple of sexual assaults. They may have talked about it for a week.
Yeah, that's what I
feel like they've been on John ass since March.
Yeah.
Everything has been about John. John did John there, and it hasn't been good. Like they did that.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I mean, they're gonna talk about Ja until the suspension is up. And even after that. So you know what I'm saying? We keep pushing that algorithm with us talking about them too. We're gonna see, you know, that's naturally gonna happen. Right?
That's true. I wish this was one time where, you know, I believe in what Donald Trump said. I wish we solved the border that the city of Memphis candidates can have. I miss people not talking about us and then, you know, not on the map the way we are now because it's been hard. The Memphis growing up the way it is as far as sports, music, and everybody just discovering our culture as a whole. To have everybody, all these outsiders come in with all of their opinions and all this and that. But one other thing I want to say, Gary Harris interview with Bo Money John. Bo Money, not even Gary Harris, made this point first. He made a good point. And this is something that I want John to understand. I know we accept him, we adopted him, but he's not from here. And this is like the place where he's gonna play. It's just not. And Bo Money made a point like, what if when he rolled up on the guy who worked in Foot Locker, Chester, whoever, what if he had a big brother or a big cousin or something that didn't tolerate that type of shit?
Mm-hmm.
Doug needs to be careful. This ain't the city for that. We don't test the play now.
Or is it?
But that's also a conversation I think we need to have internally, like in-house, and not just.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Right. That's what I'm saying. Because some people, the people I talk to, not the people we hear from, the actual people, they say, "Hey, bro, in Memphis." I don't blame him for carrying, but I think the issue is the whole IG and putting it out on video, flashing. That's what a lot of people in chat mod was saying. It's the flashing of the gun that they don't agree with, and that's fine. You know, there's some things we got to fix in the culture first, where it's not accepted. Because obviously he thinks that's part of the culture, because he ain't the only one doing it. You see what I mean, like I said.
Well, they on IG, so it's the white man walking in Will State's mom with his sister like his sister, just an open carry state. Is he considered flash?
It's just a little different situation. People are holding him to a different standard. You know what I'm saying? Because he's an NBA player, it's in his contract, and this is the second offense. This is the second time he did the same thing that people, they're just going with the same narrative. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
I think the biggest part is just in a short period of time.
It's 2 months, right?
Right. That's the biggest thing. One thing about my sister, we ain't gonna let you keep making the pussy out of the seat.
Right. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna let you go after this. Would it have been better if it was a longer period of time in between him getting caught, him having a gun? Right? Would it have been better if it would have been a year later instead of 2 months, 2 years later? Would people have been more lenient about it? You think so?
I think so. I do.
I think
it would have. I think it would have been better. That's just my personal opinion. I think that I would have swallowed it better. But when I tell you I woke up Sunday morning on Mother's Day, eating my breakfast in bed, scrolling through IG, and I saw it, I got the hoop that holiday cooking like that boy my son.
Right.
I'm so upset. It's so hurt. I mean, so I feel like for me personally, it would have been like, here you go with this shit again.
Right.
If it was a year later versus 2 months, I'm like, are you dumb? Like, I'm out here saying, like, really well, like, are you stupid or are you dumb?
Right, and that's fine. I don't have no problem with us asking that. I'm just talking about how it's being done. Hey, you can call the bar. We can do this out, like how we do it. I think we gotta be more conscious of how we're critiquing our own. That's all I'm saying, and where we doing the power of the type and the power of the tongue. Appreciate you calling. You know how we do it. We definitely know our woman's perspective. I always need.
All right.
Okay. Right. So, it's not about. Let me open the phone lines back up, because we don't do this for an hour, but we get it popping. I got told by the chat mod, I said, "Don't cover your cash app, man. Don't cover your cash. Y'all hit the cash app, man. We got bills. We trying to expand this. Let me see how much y'all. Show me how much y'all support y'all." You see, that's what we do. Show me how much you support me. Send me some money. Nah, I'm joking, man. But yeah, bro, like, it's a bit extreme. It is a bit extreme if you ask me. All right, going back, I like to go over things too before we get too late. For y'all, Steve Cohen spent $76 million on the Meta Bus. Like y'all talking about Ja Morant flashing the gun. Yeah, I'm still gonna stick with that. I'm still sticking with. Like I said though, back to my point. Yeah, leaders are born, role models are chosen. I hate that word, by the way, too. Can we get rid of role models and just have leaders? Right? Because it's like, y'all, I mean, people, as soon as somebody plays basketball well, they're a role model. As soon as somebody makes a lot of money from our community, they're a role model. We are the only that I know of, and I study other cultures because we all in America. We're the only ones that use that as fuel to why we should follow someone and what they're doing. Is it? And I think that's a result of poverty. We always talking about the bag. And everybody can't tell me. Everybody's like, hey, these kids idolize rappers and ball players. Y'all know, you know why, right? The bag. It ain't about the career choice. It's about the bag and how our community, how they view these folks. All right. Okay, Sun Starlight. I see you. I'll check that out. But yeah, it's just our critique of our own. That's like I said. You know what I'm saying? This show was all about the power of the type. And I want to say this too. Like, if I looked up to basketball players when I was a kid, and I know a lot of you did, and your kids end up idolizing basketball players too, do you consider your child an ascendant or a descendant? Is that ascending or descending? If you and I know that we should not idolize people for how they play sports. Okay, what? I mean, I'm just saying, the power is yours, right? And because even the commissioner said he's a role model. He said, who told you that? Because people like him. It's crazy to me. It's unbelievable. But like I said, I'm not in support of the dumb shit. I'm not in support of that. I'm against all of these things. Like I said, the money phone, all of that, bro. I ain't with none of that. I mean, I guess y'all will complain about that when it makes the national news and they're talking about someone being robbed from having a money phone in the car. Then it becomes a problem, an issue within our community, right? Or is it an issue already? I appreciate that, Sunstar. Appreciate that. We need that. Appreciate that support, bro. But yeah, let me get this call in because we ain't got that much time left. Y'all got to put the hey, lock my number in. Lock my number in, man. You know what I'm saying? Lock me in. Y'all know this what we say. Don't call after 10, though, Might be an issue. But yeah, um, these are my views, and I'm just in full support of my own, you know. Yeah, and also this is also I've been hearing a lot of critique of T Morant. T Morant went from Father of the Year when he first came here to everybody saying T Morant got to grow up too. And I'm telling you, the people that are saying this publicly on platforms I own. Like I said, that don't mean you agree with T Morant. But damn, it's to me, I see other communities who have we're here though. We're in this city too. It's been locally people talking about it. Even people that got a voice here been talking about them. Man, I just think, and then my thing about it, I got something that I want to do with y'all, and I'm not gonna say it on here. I'm not gonna say it on here. That's something I want to. I think Josh still has a lot of influence, and I think right now might be the best time to reach out to him. Right, right now, because most people. You think about this: a year, 2 years ago, Ja Morant couldn't walk anywhere without somebody asking him for something or him being deemed a superstar. Right now, everybody's just all on him. He ain't really got to worry about nobody asking him for nothing because they're kicking him right now. So what I try to teach is we uplift our people around here. Trust me, I've been looking at a lot of videos and a lot of podcasts and a lot of people responses to this, and they're not saying this. So that's what we do with the mob. We support our own by any means necessary. And that's not saying support is not in being in support of their wrongdoings. I'm in support of the person and believing that he can do better. And he will, because think about this. So y'all don't think I might do this now. I think I'm gonna have because I don't want to keep making these job topics. Usually we come with very serious topics that face, about the community. And this is one. But I'll show you, because I know a few little things that Ja has charity, and he's been doing great things that goes unreported. That's all I'm just saying. Ja don't care about that. I didn't see people sharing that the story about him paying for that woman's dinner. And the woman, the waitress, the black waitress, the sister he left the tip for, $250, $500 tip, I think. I think it was. Yeah. So we never hear about those things. I'm sure he got charity programs that he do a lot for kids. Like I said, I got things that I want to say to Ja, and some more people in our community that aren't basketball players, that aren't rappers. I think we could get some good things going. But I won't do it on here, and I won't be critical of my own. That's what I got. Remember, before I go, I always leave you with something. The power of the tongue has been replaced or upstaged by the power of the type. Right? I think typing is more powerful. People don't communicate the same way. We don't do face-to-face anymore. The power of the type to everyone. Remember, watch what you type, watch what you say publicly about your own. It's not saying support them, but watch what you say, because we aren't the only ones watching us as a minority. Like we do this every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Folks still coming in late. 6 p.m. You know we do it. Next week we back on solutions. We back on strictly to the community, because I got something else. I already know how I'm coming. So y'all come back. We appreciate everybody. And hold on, let's see. Hey Shannon, hey. We're not doing the critique of the black or the brothers, but I do like your statement before we get out of here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then he critiquing. What you acting like you from the streets for? Come on, Shannon. You better. Come on, man. Don't act like that. Appreciate that, Amar. Appreciate that comment, man. Like I said, y'all, if everybody coming in right now, if you didn't catch the beginning of the show, I suggest you do check it out, because I said some things about our community, and the new era of Detroit showed us the power of the people. Power is always in the people, always with the people. Exercise it, unite. There is no community without communication. With that being said, we out.